Hello, in this video we are going to discuss wireless LAN vulnerabilities. Actually, before discussing about the vulnerabilities, as we know which are the goals of the wireless LAN, as usual for any security method it will be confidentiality, integrity, availability and authentication. So to achieve these vulnerabilities, there can be different methods, like one is to search and access for Wi-Fi by a person in a moving vehicle. It can be the solution can be do not broadcast the SSID, that is ID of the access point, as we have discussed in the last video. Then you can change the default password, encrypt wireless connection and filter incoming MAC addresses. These are various solutions for in order to avoid such vulnerabilities. And another attack is DOS attack. What will DOS attack do? It will flood and jam the network. Now the solution can be, can use a firewall, use strong passwords, protect with virus, etc. And eavesdropping, there is another vulnerability, unauthorized access of private communication. It can be of two types, active method and passive method. In active method it will grab and alter the data. In passive method it just listen to the network. Now another one is rogue access point, that is a attack against the access point AP. Some act as a genuine AP. It can be of two types, a non-malicious AP and a malicious AP. Then the last one is unauthorized Wi-Fi access. Unauthorized Wi-Fi access use the network interface cards or MAC addresses for its attack. Now authentication vulnerabilities, it is done by use of SSID, that is ID identifier of the access point AP. Eavesdropping on SSID can cause authentication vulnerability because AP sends various frames like for authentication and association with their station. So all these frames includes the response frames etc. includes these identifier of AP. So it's easy for the attacker to get this identifier SSID from all these passing messages. And open authentication vulnerability, because no proper checking. It is a shared key authentication vulnerability. If the shared key is accessed by the attacker, it can cause authentication vulnerability. So these are the various methods. Then MAC address, it can the attacker can use either MAC address, it can use shared key, it can use SSID etc. in order to attack. And the method in wireless LAN vulnerability is frame spoofing. It is a type of attack where what it does is it will attack the communication between access point and this station. What it does is usually the communication between the wireless station and access point is in this way. Initially the station authenticates with the access point with an authentication request, then the AP responds with an authentication response, then station associates with AP using an association request, AP responds with an association response. Now from this point onwards the station and AP can communicate with each other. So how the attacker attacks is, we already studied in the previous video about the four-way handshake protocol. That's what we discussed. Then in the four-way handshake protocol, initially station and AP authenticates and associates. Then they can send data from there onwards. But at this time, what an attacker do is it sends a de-authentication frame with station's address as its address. Then on receiving this, the AP thinks that now onwards the station do not want to communicate. It wants to stop the communication. When it receives the de-authentication frame, AP thinks that the station want to stop communication. So the AP will stop the connection. But what happens is this is not done by the station, and station want to continue the communication. So station again sends the association and authentication request to AP. But all this time what attacker do is it will continuously send the de-authentication frame. So on receiving this de-authentication frame, AP thinks that the station do not want to continue communication. So in this way the communication between AP and station can be broken down. So this is the method. that I have told you. You can check it in the figure. And another method of frame spoofing is spoofing power management control frames. This is a situation where a station requires a power charging. When a station requires a power charging, it will go for a power mode or a sleep mode or a switch off mode. Okay, so the station will inform AP that it want to go for a switch off mode. During this time onwards, what AP does is it will buffer all the frames that are intended to the station. It will buffer all the frames. And when the station wakes up, it will send a pole control frame request to the AP. On receiving this pole control request frame, AP thinks that the station is now awake and sends all the buffered frames back to the station. This is what actually happens. But now, how an attacker can involve in it? What attacker do is, when the station is in a sleeping mode, attacker will send pole control frame with the address of the station. So on receiving this, AP thinks that the pole control frame is received from the station, and it starts to send all the buffered frames which are actually received by the attacker, but intending that it is the station. And actually when the station awakes, it will send request a pole control frame, the original pole control frame, to the AP in order to get the buffered frames. But now what happens? The AP do not have any buffered frame because all of them were sent previously, which was captured by the attacker. So this is what is done in spoofing power management control form. So that is about the vulnerabilities. Thank you.